Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another edition of Viewpoint. It is an exciting and interactive talk show with the talker as EB. On the show, we talk about everything and anything trending, ranging from entertainment to politics, health, education, lifestyle, power of community. You just name it. All you need to do is sit back, enjoy, and engage in our conversations. My name is Hadiza Galadima, and right here with me in the studio, as always, are my gorgeous and amazing co-presenters, Rachel.
Hi, Hadiza.
And we have Confidence, the birthday girl.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Where's our cake? Where's the
Why
cake?
do you fit farm?
Me, I don't understand.
We don't sugar is not good for
Meaning,
we'll drink
You don't want us to be hyperactive.
cucumber splush. Cucumber and pineapple.
you are always doing that one.
All we
Thank
do
you so much.
You're welcome, darling. All we do on the show is spark meaningful conversations, inspire change within our community as we engage in honest dialogue. Now, straight to the business of the day. Let's get started. In the words of Ivan J., trust is fragile. Don't break it. Once broken, it will never come back in its original shape. We've got more exciting and informative topics as usual for you today. We will be talking about a very crucial topic that everyone seems to be silent about, which is chemicals on our plates. On our second topic, we will be talking about building and understanding trust. And lastly, on the show, we will be talking about the role of internships and work experience in securing employment. All this and more after the break.
Experience the acceleration of Oweleketv. Get the latest news from the glitz and glamour of the entertainment industry to the pulse-pounding realm of sports. We provide accurate and up-to-date information, exclusive interviews with top political analysts that will leave you craving more. Our team of professionals delivers captivating contents from Nigeria and beyond. Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleketv. Visit our website at www.oweleketv for a thrilling journey. Oweleketv, rising star at the fairground.
Welcome back. This is Viewpoint, talk show where they talk as EB. A popular saying goes, we are what we eat. For benefit of our long-term health, we must take this statement seriously. So today we will be examining the correlation between chemically treated foods and chronic illnesses. This topic delves into how chemicals in our diets may contribute to the development of long-term health conditions. The impact of chemical-treated food on our health cannot be overemphasized. So the consumption of food laced with artificial flavoring, sweeteners, and preservatives has always been associated with a high risk of diabetes, obesity, heart diseases, and even depression. Therefore, to reduce the risk of chronic illnesses linked to chemical-treated food, it is essential to prioritize consuming organic and natural food. So today, it's all about raising awareness about the importance of making informed dietary choices for the prevention of chronic disease. So ladies, what is your take on this? Do you want to go first or the birthday girl?
Let's give the birthday girl the floor.
Okay. I think it's very important, like you said, to look into what we eat. Because a lot of what we eat right now is what I call it poison. People say it's poison, So much chemically processed foods out there, and we don't even know that sometimes some of these things are what makes us sick.
Mhm.
You know, I saw Hadiza was saying something about organic. Even some of the organic foods, you know, some of our fruits and vegetables,
Yes.
they are
They're all-
chemically treated as well,
Yeah.
you know. And then you're wondering
With
what
pesticides and
can
all
we
that.
do with pesticides. So I think it boils down to, you know, us, the consumers,
Mhm.
making sure that, you know, we read the labels. I mean, you can't stop eating. That's just the truth. There are some things you eat once in a while, but there's that extra care you have to take. Be extra meticulous.
Mhm.
There are some things you go to the supermarket to buy some snacks, because let me tell you, this life you cannot stay away from snacks.
Yeah.
Leave all these dietitians. You must have to. There are some days you just want to munch on something. The thing is, you don't take too much of it. So you need to, you know, get to a point where you're extra meticulous. You read the label. Do your research. A lot of us now, people don't read anymore. You know, they don't look up stuff again. Do your research. There are some compounds, you know, that have been found to be in certain things that we consume, which if they are there, we should not be consuming. You know, and like things like sausage. You know, sausage is very unhealthy, but it's just that some of us we have coconut head, we must eat shawarma. So I think that being extra careful, you know, washing your food well, because some of our fruits and vegetables, yes, they are not, you know, they don't
Sounds
do
like
it
chemical
in
residue.
the natural way. But I think when you take extra care, you wash them, make sure that you know, like you wash them very well before you eat. I think you do your part basically, because some of these things they will not stop.
Yeah.
You understand? They won't stop. So you can't tell people not to be eating. Because if you say, okay, let us stop eating processed food, when you get down there to the farm, the way they are now making their things, you know, I saw a video once, they were injecting chickens, you know,
Yes.
chickens with
Yes.
substances to make it look big. So everywhere it's just bad. So I think also taking extra care, being extra meticulous, read up, wash your fruits, wash your vegetables. It's not everything that you eat. You know, these days people are now going back to local rice because it's naturally processed. So you mustn't do basmati. You mustn't do that foreign for your health sake. And then most of the things that we consume that we eat too much, I think it's time, you know, we put a stop to it just for your health sake. Basically, that's my take on it.
Well, I doubt if we have any food right now that is not laced with chemical.
Definitely.
I doubt if we do. Down to the eggs we eat, the chicken we eat, chicken of 2 months or less than. They just mix everything
They pump
we
them
eat.
with things.
Mangoes, they ripen them with carrots, bananas, beans
Orange
from the
beans is
farm,
even the worst.
everything. I doubt if there is anything we eat now that does not have this thing. Me, I've always had this thought. Some of these things we eat that are packaged, you know, and we go to the stores to just pick them, and those things can stay for years. I ask myself, if a food, something we put into our body can stay for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years without getting spoiled, then it means there's a chemical that is preserving it.
Extra thing,
And so that one has been. But then, right now, look, these things, whether we like it or not, we hear of cancer every day, we hear of so many diseases out now. It's just everywhere. You hear of these things and you're asking, where is this thing coming from? Where? You hear, the thing is now like malaria, like someone has cold. That's how these things is now. And then you begin to wonder how the food we eat, everything, like every single thing we eat right now, it's rare for you to see a food that you eat that is not chemically laced. But then I think it's time we go back to farming ourselves.
Going back
Because
natural.
yes, going back natural, because even the farmers we have now, I was reading something. I saw it said the government wants to give farmers what so that they can expand and all of that. The farmers themselves are the one now doing this thing. Before we say it is the things we buy, the foreign products we buy, those are the ones that they are, you know, chemically laced. But now our own locally made foods, our vegetables, they use chemicals now just to preserve them.
To make
Farmers will pluck mango that is not ripe, take bananas that are not ripe, and ripen them. Take every single thing now, they use chemicals just to, you know, preserve this thing and ripen them so that they'll sell fast. Then you begin to wonder, so what do we eat? Even the vegetables that I say, okay, eat vegetables, leafy fruits, those things now, everything is just, you know, some vegetables you eat them, they'll be tasting bitter in your mouth. You'll be wondering, why will green vegetables be tasting bitter? But then I think it's time we go back. You know, there's a woman I know, she has a large compound, interlocked, but then she has plantain in her compound.
Vegetable patch.
Yes, she has vegetable. How? She didn't dig the ground to do it. in bags, bags, and then I think there's a way they transplant. They call this they call them. They do the thing for them. There's a way they transplant them, all in bags. Plantain. She had cabbage. Was it cabbage or lettuce? I think lettuce. She had so many of these things. Yes, I think it's time we start going back. The truth, like Confidence said, is there's no how we can stop eating these things because they are like our daily. Even if like I said, even our own foods. Now it's no longer the one that imported, our own food. So what I'll just say is this: there are things you can plant on your own, from ugu to pepper to tomatoes.
Yes.
I don't think there is vegetables you can plant all of these things. Even if you don't have space in your compound, you can now plant in bags. I think it's time we go back into farming our own selves. Then I think we should also be careful. It's better not to eat something than to start treating something. It's better to prevent it. It may be difficult. Like you see mango, you there's no how you see mango that is, if you're a lover of mango and you don't want to eat.
I think you should also get to a point where you check your
yes.
know
sometimes
which one is ripe and which is not ripe.
Exactly.
Well, Confidence spoke about food hygiene, and Rachel spoke about active farming, which is very, very advisable, so that you will have track of what you take, your intake. You just go organic and natural if you can, and that is just the only way out. All right. We would love to hear your opinions as regards this in our comment section. Do get involved as always. Let's go on a short break. We'll be right back. Please stay with us. Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us. Moving on to our next topic, we will be talking about building and understanding trust. So trust is a fundamental aspect of all human relationships, whether personal or professional. Building trust is a gradual and multifaceted process that involves consistent effort, open communication, and genuine interactions. Understanding trust starts with recognizing that trust is reciprocal. It is not something that can be demanded, but something that can be earned. So trust is built on foundation of mutual respect, honesty, and consistency. Like I said earlier, exploring the foundation of strong relationship. This topic delves into the intricate process of building and nurturing trust. So the question is, how does open relationship contribute to building trust in relationships, and what are some of the effective ways to promote transparent dialogue?
Like you said,
heavy.
Like you said, trust is earned. It's not something you demand. It's not something you can buy. It's not something that you just ask someone, please trust me, and then the person. It's not something you just get. It's something you have to earn. And I think people need to understand that before you fail someone, before you disappoint a person, before you betray a person, before you do something that I don't know how to put it now, but before you do anything, just know that once a trust is broken, it can never, in fact, if it must come back, it will take time, because it's not even you can't help it. If someone betrays you, you're human. You can't say, okay, even if you tell the person, yes, I believe in, I trust you now, you have this doubt in your mind. Yes. People need to understand that trust is not just this is totally different from love. This is totally different from so many things. It's different. Look, trust is one big thing on its own. Trust, look, you can be two friends, you can be close, you can tell yourself things, but if I don't trust you, there are some certain things I will not, and I will just advise people, look, if you don't trust people, I don't think you should have a relationship with them. If I cannot trust you, the thing is, if I cannot trust you, I don't think I want to have anything to do with you, because trust is love, trust is relationship, trust is business, trust is life, trust is friendship. Now you're in a relationship with someone you don't trust. That means even if that person now is trying to earn back that trust, but because you don't trust the person, you always have issues, because this person is doing something, even though the person is fighting too hard just to earn your trust, but because that person have messed up before, you just be having this kind. Am I sure? Do I want to do this? Look, if you don't trust someone, don't be in a relationship with that person. If you don't trust someone, don't go into business with that person. If you don't trust someone, don't do anything that you know that you will regret later. Exactly. Trust, please. If you cannot trust someone, let that person go. Not be by force.
Okay, so I think the first step to this whole thing is integrity.
Mhm.
You had asked the question. You said, how can you use effective communication to gain trust? First of all, let your word. If your yes is yes, I think that's the first step. Whenever people are there or not, your yes is yes and your no is no. You're not shaking.
That's where the consistency comes in.
People exactly. People tend to trust people that they know that are consistent. Whether good or bad. When somebody is consistent, you see that trust is easy. When you know that this consistency principle, and one of the principles of life is integrity, doing the right thing whether they are watching you or they're not watching you. So I think that's the first step, and it's not just the first step, it's the basis. If you're not a person of integrity, if you're not a person of principle, if you're not a person of discipline and consistency, see, people will find it hard to trust you, because even you can't trust yourself.
You can't trust yourself,
You can't trust yourself that you will not open your mouth if I tell you something. And we talked about this, but on another angle in one of our shows. If I tell you something and you go out and tell somebody, you've broken that trust.
Yes.
Even if at some point we come back, you apologize, we talk, it will never remain the same. Even if I want to tell you, there's always that you have, all of us as human beings, we have subconscious. Whether we try to press it down or not, we have our subconscious, and sometimes those scenarios would always play back, and you see that person saying, should I or should I not? So these three things, consistency, discipline, and integrity is very important. If you cannot be consistent at something, if you cannot do something, whether somebody is watching you or not, is a big problem. So I think for me, that's just it. Well, before you even talk about communication, like somebody will talk to you, today your yes is yes, tomorrow your yes is no. Is a problem. That's a big red
I want to add to what Confidence said. I think we're going to bring this topic, this long distance relationship thing. I think we'll bring it. Sometimes you hear people say, I can't do long distance relationship. But again, someone else is doing it comfortably. Why? It's just trust. It's working. It's just trust. That's why you see husbands who travel for years, their wives are here, and the husband is not scared, he's not shaky, nothing. He comes back and there's no even worry of anything. It's just that trust. Look, the wife might have done something. She might have messed up here. But because that trust is still there, the husband still trusts her that I know she cannot do this thing. The trust is still there. But the day he finds out that she has done this thing, that is just it.
Exactly. That was why I highlighted integrity, doing the right thing, whether somebody's watching you or not. That's the first step to gaining trust.
Well, like we said, trust cannot be, you cannot command it. You cannot just take it. You have to earn it. All right. We would love to hear your opinion as always in our comment sections. Okay. Do get involved as usual. Let's go on a short break. We'll be right back. Please stay with us. Welcome back, and now over to our last topic. We will be talking about the role of internships and work experience in securing employment. Okay, internship and work experience significantly contributes to securing employment. All right, they offer the chance to gain new skills, make connections, resume enhancements, and gain practical experiences. It bridges the gap between education and work. They can build confidence, adaptability, and problem-solving abilities, demonstrating the strong work ethic and soft skills. All right. So internship often leads to full-time jobs, particularly to those who have done outstanding work during their internship by demonstrating a strong work ethic. So how do internship contribute to the development of critical thinking and problem-solving ability in a professional context? Who wants to go first? Rachel.
Okay. I love this topic. Maybe because it relates to me a lot. So one thing people need to understand, especially young people, is that you don't put money first. I realized something. People who want to learn, in fact, once people are done with school, they just want to get a job and they want to start working. Look, I'll always say this. Don't put money first. Whether you're a graduate or you're whatever, you don't put money first. So I said I love this topic because it relates to me. I'm one person who who loves experience a lot. I love to gain experience a lot, whether money is involved or not. I've worked in several places. I've done internship in several places where I didn't get even 5 naira till I was done. I was spending my transportation to and fro. I would close by 10 p.m. and I would leave that place. And the distance from there to my house is like a journey. And I was not earning anything. And I was so proud of what I was doing because of the experience. Now, what I notice is people do not want to just gain it. They want money. They want money to come with that experience they're gaining. But then, after I gained all of these experiences, in my CV, I know how I was able to build my CV with all of these things. In all these places I worked, I can count how many places I started earning money. I can count how many places I was okay, this is what they gave me. Most of the places I gained more experience, I didn't get a dime. Look, if you want to wait, you can start getting money. Yes, there are places you will go, you're getting experience, you're getting money. Money is good. You will get the money. But I tell you, sometimes when there's no reward coming with it, when there's no well done, this thing you can do it, you're coming with it, you tend to learn more. That's the truth. If you're putting money first, like, okay, I just want to get a job, I just want to make money immediately, and then my boss is saying, she's doing it well, everybody's praising me, this girl should get experience. Look, you will just be flowing in that I can do it. You will not want to put your head down to see what you cannot do. But when it comes with, you they suffer, you they sweat. Look, what people, even those who are higher than you, who are your guys, they will just be doing the peripherals, they'll be doing the normal thing they know. But you who came just to learn, you just came to learn. And so you're picking from here, you're picking from here. To them, see this boy, see this girl, just normal intern. But what you will gain, by the time you leave that place, what you will gain is far heavier than even there. One thing people need to understand, look, don't put money first. I'll keep saying this and I'll keep saying this over again because, like I said, it relates to me. The first, second, third place, I went to gain experience. Money was not involved. Don't put money first. Internship is very important. Gaining experience is very important. Experience is they say it's the biggest teacher. Yes, it is, although not in all cases, but it is. There's a way you put your experience to something, and someone who went to school, and these are two things now. You can be a graduate, you can go to school. You know the theoretical aspect of it. But there's someone who may not have gone to school, but the person is just learning practical over. Look, if you went to school for 6 years and this person went to just do the practical for 6 years, when two of you come together, that person will beat you hands down. That's one thing people need to understand. When you're an intern somewhere, or you're learning somewhere, you're learning a trade somewhere, you're learning a skill somewhere, you should understand that you should put your head down to learn. The people there might be, you see people, you go to places where they will turn you to even a slave. Go and buy me coke, go and buy me water, sweep this place, clean this place, do this one. You're suffering, but you're learning. By the time you come out from that place, you just be like raw gold that when there, you know how gold is being processed. When you come out, you see how you shine.
Okay, so while I agree with Rachel, at some point I was going to counter her because people differ. People like to use other people. And it is good that you don't put money first in whenever it comes to learning. There's a saying, learn before you earn. But then you'd have to balance it because there are places that you go to that all you want to do is learn. You're not going there because of whatever incentives. But like I said, people use people. So I don't think you would blame anybody who at some point in that learning process might want an incentive or might say, okay, if an incentive is tied to this, I think I'll do better. We just have to be realistic. There are people that go to places where, I know people that have gone to places where they went to do internships and he was learning, he was finding what he was doing. He was loving what he was doing. But at some point, things started going left. I'm like, is it because I came here, I'm doing this thing for myself? And then, a lot of things started happening. At some point, they had to pull out. I was even part of the people encouraging me. It was like, it's not now, it's for your experience, But when it's from your pocket, you're suffering, you're taking transportation, you're going here, and then you will get there and they're rubbishing that's why I said people differ. There are people that can't drink mentally. There are people that can't take it. There are people that their mental capacity cannot take it. It can affect them. You don't know what people might be dealing with. So at some point you might hear, I don't think I want to do this again, and then they pull out. So while I agree with Rachel when she says, when in whatever you're doing in life, actually don't put money first. Because by the time you put money, it gets you blinded. You might be getting that money, getting it, but what you're supposed to learn, that sweat you're supposed to be putting down there, you not be getting. But at the same time, don't forget that it's not in all cases. I don't know if you understand me. For me, that's it. Learn. Don't start thinking of money first, but also understand that there's a balance. In some cases, it's not like that.
Well, all we just basically said is internship and work experience play a crucial role in securing employment. It is advisable for everyone, like Rachel said, seek internships and work opportunities in their different fields of interest to increase chances of getting your dream job. Because there's this saying that goes, the knowledge you acquire, no one can ever take it away from you.
Exactly.
So no one can ever take it away from you. That's it on today's edition of the show. You already know, talk show where they talk as EB. We would love to hear from you, so be a part of our conversation as always by dropping your opinions in our comment section. And don't forget to follow all our social media handles displayed on your screen for more exciting episodes of Viewpoint. Do subscribe and turn on the little notification bell on our YouTube channel at Oweleketv. Our website is oweleketv. Till we come your way again.